Hello and welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Today we look at the former Miss Hitler beauty pageant contestant who has been jailed for 3 years for being part of a banned extreme right group. Alice Cutter entered the twisted competition under the name of the Butch and Wild Princess, a reference to a Second World War death camp where 56,545 people were starved to death, executed or died of disease. The 23-year-old exchanged hundreds of messages with members of a hate group, National Action, many of which were racist and anti-Semitic. Miss Cutter's ex-partner, Mark Jones, a former member of the British National Party's youth wing, was also convicted of being a member and was jailed for 5.5 years. Also convicted of the same offence were Gary Jack from Shard End and 19-year-old Connor Scothern of Nottingham. Mr. Jack was jailed for 4.5 years, while Mr. Scothern was handed an 18-month sentence. Another member of the group, Daniel Ward, 28, from Birmingham, pleaded guilty to a member of the National Action and was jailed for 3 years. The CPS has revealed how officers found Nazi books, knuckle dusters and knives at Miss Cutter and Mr. Jones's house. They also discovered a longbow, KKK images and a Nazi flag and stickers at Mr. Scothern's home. At Miss Cutter's retrial, prosecutors said she had been a central spoke among the organisation's hardcore and entered the pageant to drive recruitment. The group was dubbed a racist, anti-Semitic and homophobic organisation by then Home Secretary Amber Rudd when it was banned in December 2016. During sentencing, Judge Paul Farrer said National Action was the most extreme neo-Nazi organisation to appear in the UK for many decades. Miss Cutter also joked about gassing synagogues and using a Jew's head as a football. She claimed never to be considered herself a member even before the ban, despite attending meetings with group leaders and posing for a Nazi-style salute on the steps of Leeds Town Hall in 2016. Miss Cutter also attended a demo in York in May of 2016. She initially denied attending until footage emerged showing her standing with other masked NA members giving the Nazi salute behind a banner that read "Hitler was right." In one exchange with another National Action member on the day of MP Joe Cox was murdered, referencing the politician, she said, "Rot in hell, bitch." Her ex-partner Mr. Jones was also convicted of being a member. He was described by prosecutors as a leader and strategist and had the nickname Mr. Angry. Mr. Jones, who posted messages on Telegram as Granddaddy Terror, was National Action's London regional organiser and a key designer of the group's propaganda artwork. The 25-year-old accepted in court that he had posed for a photograph during a Nazi salute in Butch and Wild's execution route during a trip to Germany in April and May 2016. Mr. Jones was holding a National Action flag while he did. He claimed that he had carried out a salute as a controversial statement, having also taken a selfie in the camp's ovens where thousands of murdered Jews had been incinerated. During his evidence, he told jurors how he had feelings of admiration for Hitler. Before it emerged, he had a special wedding edition of Mein Kampf. Mr. Jones and Miss Cutter, both of Sobury Bridge near Halifax, Yorkshire, described themselves in court as avowed National Socialists, but denied any wrongdoing. However, the jury at Birmingham Crown Court found both unanimously guilty following a retrial lasting 10 weeks after less than 9 hours of deliberations. Despite having split up in the course of the trial, they embraced in the dock before being taken down to the cells. National Action member Gary Jack denied taking a photograph found on his phone of graffiti reading "Gas the Jews," despite repeatedly using anti-Semitic slurs in message and group chat exchanges with other members. The self-confessed Nazi, who said he was against cultural Marxism, told jurors he had considered himself a non-violent liberal in the pre-banned group. The 24-year-old claimed he was not a racist, despite sending a message saying, "Handsworth, first area of Birmingham that needs ethnic cleansing." He said the remark had been tongue-in-cheek. Mr. Jack sent a message to his then-girlfriend in which he talked of threatening to have curb-stomped a black person. In another, he called an Asian man a fucking rat. Mr. Jack had been given a 1-year suspended jail sentence for plastering Birmingham's Aston University campus with racially aggravating National Action stickers in July 2016, some of which read, "Britain is ours, the rest must go." Tried alongside him was 19-year-old Connor Scothern of Bagnall Avenue, Nottingham. Mr. Scothern, who was one time practicing Muslim and an Antifa anti-fascist activist before eventually joining National Action, did not give evidence at trial. It was a revolutionary movement and was engaged in racist and political violence. It aims including the creation of a white state in the UK, which would be ethnically cleansed. It prepared violent propaganda and posted messages which said Adolf Hitler was right to murder gays and Jews. On June 16, 2016, Jo Cox, an MP, was stabbed to death in Yorkshire. A member of National Action praised her killer, and the National Action Twitter account did the same thing. After National Action was prescribed, you weren't prepared to disassociate yourselves and carried on as members attending meetings. Jenny Hopkins from the CPS said prosecutors had shown how the group used cybersecurity apps and arranged meetings in different towns. She added they then scanned people attending for hidden mobile phones and listening devices. They communicated through a National Action chat group called the Triple K Mafia, the CPS said. So what are your thoughts about this twisted Nazi group who went on to use public events to try and recruit new members and spread their message? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, stay safe.